Yeah, welcome everybody to our financial wellness talk. We're going to do an overview tonight of how we are bringing this incredible product. We are opening the market in Australia and New Zealand, and the opportunity for us as entrepreneurs to really develop a what we're calling a five-figure income a month in 6 months, and that's what I would like to show you. The first thing I'd like to talk about is why we would even want to do something like that, and I think we have to find our own why. We have to find our passion. And as I was just talking about before we started the recording, I've had an incredible personal result from the product. So I know that it really, really works, does what it says it's doing. And I think we might hear a few more stories as we go along tonight. But um, in terms of why we would want to be successful, why we would want to be able to justify having a product and a business like this, the way I look at it is how many people do we want to impact? Is it just a handful? Is it 100? Is it 1,000? So the sky's really the limit. And I think with the testimony, okay, I'll just touch on that quickly. I did put a testimony in Disruptive Wellness about my asthma. About day 6, I was able to come off my asthma medication. So while I'm on the drops now, I don't need my steroids, and it's been absolutely life-changing. So you can read that on Disruptive Wellness, and we've also added that into our Vida Wellness group. So yeah, the why is really important, and I think the driving force behind this sort of business is it's not like a business that I've ever really been involved in. It's such a heart-centered business because I feel that we have such a faith in the product and we know that it works. So sharing from the heart is really simple. The way the business has been structured, the heart with which it's been developed by the company. It's privately owned. It was privately funded, and it's just growing organically throughout the world at the moment. So we're really at the cutting kind of edge of this here in Australia and New Zealand. So I'm going to go through a few things tonight, so please just try and keep up with what I will be introducing you to in terms of the concepts of how we are going to build a five-figure a month income in 6 months with Vidafy as the product. We are, as entrepreneurs and distributors, we are opening the market. So we are actually creating demand for this product in our respective countries and maybe around the world as well. And the company doesn't do that by themselves. They require distributors on the ground doing that. So this is why we get so richly rewarded. But also the opportunity for us is to see lives being changed, day in and day out, not just our own and our families and our loved ones, but the reach could be so vast, and I think there's a lot of ideas that we have as a group and a team about paying it forward and having the ability to really service and serve people in a really heart-centered way. So it's very, very close to my heart. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the steps that we need to understand. There are 3 basic steps that I want to go over and over and over with everybody tonight. I do have some infographics and some visuals that I'll share. The first thing we need to do is obviously buy a pack, okay? So each pack has a qualifying volume attached to it. And the packs that we really recommend are generally the Kit 500 as a starting point. Kit 250 is okay as well, but I'll share with you why in a little bit about why Kit 500 is so important. So once we've bought a pack, this is the foundation of every business, whether it's a tiny business or a large organization with Vidafy, is to enroll your 3 distributors at the top positions of 3 lines within 30-day period. Now, the process of doing that is called Rapid Pro. So we want to aim to get to a leadership rank in the organization. So when you buy an enrollment kit, you start out as an entrepreneur. And when you enroll 3 distributors, whether they're friends, whether they're family members, whether they're your children, and you put them in first at the top of your lines, you achieve a rank of pro. What that entitles you to is a whole bunch of bonuses that basically well and truly cover your initial outlay, give you lots to play with, lots of product to share and to start to build your business with and to take for yourself and your family. And the bonuses are really, really generous at this level. So I'm going to share a screen so that I can really demonstrate what this looks like, okay? So I'm just sharing this screen here. Okay, so hopefully everybody can see this screen. So when I talk about sharing this with 3 distributors, 3 friends, 3 family members, and they enroll with a kit, they are connected with you. So you do that through your own website. So when you enroll and you purchase a kit, you get a website. That website is linked to your business ongoing forever. So when you enroll your first 3 distributors, they are positioned in an organization within your team. Okay, so they're forever part of your organization. Now, when we talk about lines of business, this is an example here of somebody who has purchased a kit and in this particular instance has put a friend in, a daughter in, and a husband in. Okay, so this is the beginning of an organization. Thanks, Mark. I wasn't naming names, but now this is absolutely the foundation of your business, the cornerstone of your business, and the only thing you ever really need to focus on in your business. And I'll explain why in just a minute. So this is what Pro looks like. Okay, now in your back office, Pro will look like this information here, this rank. So Denise, in this situation, I always use my mum's back office because she doesn't mind. So she's achieved the rank of Pro Entrepreneur. Okay, so what's really interesting about the back office is you can come in here and you can have a look at the very initial rank that you achieve as an entrepreneur when you buy a kit. And when you have signed up your 3 entrepreneurs or 3 distributors, you become a pro. Now you can have a look down here and see what the requirements are. So anytime you click on anything in the back office, it will flip out and it will give you an explanation of what that looks like, what that is. So you can see here that as a pro entrepreneur, she's qualified. That means she has personally purchased a kit and that kit holds a value. So kit 250 holds a value of 250 points. A kit 500 holds a value of 500 points, and a kit 1000 holds a value of 1000 points. So the point about Pro Entrepreneur is that between you and your team members or your first 3 distributors, you have, in terms of a group volume, amassed 2000 points of volume. And that is the rank of Pro. So this is super important to understand. So if you need to take notes, write this down. So she's achieved her own personal qualifying volume. She only needs 100, but in this instance, she has 370. She has 3 active lines, so 3 separate distributors, all connected with her beneath her business. And each of those have purchased a kit, so they're well and truly qualified. Each of those kits actually carries more than 100 points, but this is the minimum requirement. She has the total volume goal is 2,000. She's actually exceeded that. So she's at 3,620. So she's well and truly at the level of Pro Entrepreneur. Okay, so this is the thing that we're going to be really focusing on. I'll go through this quickly now and I'll come back to this, but what you can use this tool for is you can click on these arrows here and see what's next. So when we talk about ranking up and moving from Pro Entrepreneur to Senior Entrepreneur, you can see that Denise is actually really close to the next rank level. And if we want to see how close she is, we have a look at her rank requirements. She only needs about 1,380 points to go before she reaches the next rank, which is a senior position in the company. Now, there's a whole lot of other benefits associated with that, and bonuses, etc., which we'll cover. This tool is a very motivating little tool. So you can click up what's after senior is Master Entrepreneur. What are the requirements for that is 10,000 points of volume within a team in a given month. So if I didn't mention, senior was 5,000 points of volume in a given month. This is between yourself and your team members, and anybody new that your team members will bring in. So after Master is Premier. This is what I'm aiming for this business period, and I think I'm going to smash through this one, I'm hoping. I'm hoping. So the requirements here is 25,000 points in volume between myself and all the team members, or yourself and all your team members when you start really driving through and ranking up through these ranks. Beyond Premier, we've got Elite, which is 50,000 points. So it's pretty much doubling for every rank, okay? So it's fairly straightforward. The same requirement all the time, 3 lines of business, new volume per month in the business. Now, this is the point we want to all get to. This is what we're talking about is a 5-figure a month income. We're talking about around about 10,000 US dollars a month at diamond level within 6 months. And we believe that we can do it. We believe we can bring that much volume to Australia and New Zealand and actually achieve this. It's been done in the UK and we just want to replicate what they've done. They've had a very successful opening and launch into the UK and Europe. So we want to duplicate that process. The rank requirements for Diamond Executive is 100,000 points of volume in a given month with all the associated bonuses. So Denise is still a little bit of a way off, but she's kind of getting there. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is a diagram that I've put together. Now, hopefully you can all see, screen sharing is paused. Is that right? Can you all see this new page? Maybe not. No. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, let me just stop that share and I'll come back to a new page. Okay, this should be working now. Can you all see this one? Okay, great. So a couple of things to know. This is an infographic that I've put together that basically summarizes the compensation plan and all of the bonus structures. A couple of things to know is up the top here, you've got 2 bonus periods within the Vidafy payment cycle. The first one is a weekly bonus period, which basically goes from Monday at 12 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time to Sunday, almost midnight Pacific Standard Time. So for us, we just need to do a bit of a conversion for that. I will make this available too in the Vida Wellness group, so don't worry about trying to, memorize. I'm going to talk through it and explain things, and I'm always here to explain anything to anybody that needs that. I overcomplicate it just so I can explain it back to you. I love doing that. Now we've got monthly bonus periods as well. So the monthly bonus period runs from the first of the month to the last day of the month. Okay, so the way the bonuses are paid, you'll either get a weekly payment or a monthly payment. That's pretty straightforward. Now, over here on the left-hand side, we've got rank, and down here, we've got all of the ranks that I've just shown you through in the back office. What rank means is an achievement based on that month's total group volume, okay? So when we talk about the rank of Pro, we want 2,000 group volume in that month. When we move to Senior, it's 5,000 group volume in that month. Master, 10,000 group volume, Premier 25, Elite 50, and Diamond is the big one at 100,000. Now I think there's about 3 to 5 more beyond that, but I think in 6 months, let's just, let's
But go for it anyway.
So let's, if we can sort of set our sights somewhere around Diamond for the first 6 months, I think we're doing pretty well. Now, what I've put also on this a diagram is how to rank up. So I'm going to come back to that. What I want to move to here is to here. So at each of these ranks, these are the entitlements. These are the commissions, these are the payment structures, and these are the bonuses that we're entitled to. So the first one is that everybody who becomes an entrepreneur who buys a kit, whether it's because they want to build a huge business or because they just want wholesale product to last them 6 months or a year, it's the same process. You just buy a kit. You sign up, you buy a kit. And you can only do that through somebody else who's referred you. So they get some benefits from sharing that. So the 100% retail commission is available to everybody who has become an entrepreneur. And what that looks like in general terms, this is in US dollars. It looks like the wholesale cost of Nanofy is $25, and the retail cost is $50. So as soon as you have your wholesale product, you're entitled to retail that then for $50 and make 100% commission on top. The Curcumin Plus wholesales for $30 USD, retails for $60. The Symbiofi retails for wholesales for $20 and retails for $35. Now, this little asterisk here, paid on Tuesdays. If okay, because we're opening our market in Australia and New Zealand, the company is not yet set up to ship um, product to customers that go on our website and just order product from our site. But that is the goal. That's what's happening everywhere else in the world that the company is open. You can go up to anybody who wants to order your product, give them your website. They can just jump onto your website, order a product, a bottle or two, and have it shipped to them. They'll pay the company, and the company will deposit your retail commission into your back office e-wallet on a Tuesday. So it's a brilliant system. But for now, for us, what we're doing is we order our bulk product and we can share it and sell it to our friends and family and pop it in the post for them. We can take cash for it. We can charge them. They can deposit it into our account. Notwithstanding any customers that you might have in the UK, in Europe, in the USA, Colombia, Mexico, can jump on your website and order product as a customer and you'll get paid. So if you forget any of those details, just reach out and ask me and I can explain that. But as a pro distributor, you're entitled to these retail commissions. As a senior, you're entitled to that. Basically, as soon as you've bought a kit, you're entitled to all these retail commissions, which is unbelievable. You can set yourself a target of selling 100 bottles a month if you like, and earning an extra $3,000 commission just in cash. You can set up a market stall. You can talk to people who own health food stores. They may want to, set up some stock in their stores. There's no limits to what you can do once you are a wholesaler and a distributor of Vidafy products. So that's fantastic. So that's the first way you can generate an income. And this is pretty much immediate. Now, the second way is the startup bonus, which is what we were referring to before. So each kit has a commission attached to it, so that if you are the referrer of the kit that's been purchased, you're entitled to receive from the company, a reward for sharing. So the commission on every kit sale in US dollars is what we refer to as the startup bonus, okay? This is paid on Tuesdays as well. So this is a weekly payment. So this is a great way to make money pretty much immediately when you sign up as an entrepreneur. Just get out there, share. Now we're in a really fortunate position in Australia and New Zealand while we're in this pre-launch period that nobody can really purchase the product as a customer. So everybody needs to really buy a wholesale kit to get their hands on the product. That's people who want to build a business and people that really want to use the product for themselves and their families. So this is a great way and it's a great advantage for us being in a position where we can't offer customers to really service customers at the moment. So you can really maximize this. There's no limits to how many people you can share this with, who you can refer a startup kit to. The caveat here is that you must be active in order to receive these commissions. And that active means that you've ordered 100 points of volume yourself personally for that month that you are entitled to these bonuses. So for a kit 1000, as I said before, you get 250 US dollars. For a kit 500, you get 120 US dollars. And for a kit 250, you get 60 US dollars. The conversion rates are phenomenal. So I hear a lot of people saying, it's a little bit pricey for the product because it's in US dollars, but actually the commissions are in US dollars too. So for us, that's a real, that's a real draw. So in your first 30 days, when you're aiming to reach the pro rank and get all these incredible bonuses that are due for you, you are already qualified to receive all these because your kit that you purchased carries at least 100 points of volume. Actually, it carries 250 points if you got a kit 250. It carries 500 points if you got a kit 500 and 1,000 points if you got a kit 1,000. Okay, so these bonuses really add up. Now, in your first 30 days, if you sign your 3 distributors and you enroll those 3 distributors with a kit, of course, you're entitled to these kit startup bonuses. You also get what's called a startup triple bonus, which is 120 US dollars because you've signed 3 people. Now, anytime in the future, it doesn't matter how long, when, how far between you sign up another 3 distributors with 3 kits, you will get this triple bonus and you'll also get these these startup bonuses, providing that you're active in that month. And what active means is that you've got 100 points of volume that you've personally ordered. Okay. So this is, again, fantastic. So ongoing, as much as you like, go out there and share it. Sergio is going to talk about a bit of a 30-day rank up run that we're all doing as a company that's started by our guys in the US. And we are looking to enroll 20 people each. If anybody wants to take part, feeling really brave, and it's going to really pay off. That's something we'll chat about at the end as well. But just to let you know, this is always available. So this is kind of your bread and butter while you're building residual income. Okay. Now, what's really interesting here is that you start to get beyond these kit bonuses, you start to get your residual income. Okay. Now, what you'll notice is that when you're a pro entrepreneur, you're entitled to all of these bonuses. And also, if you qualify at the rank of pro for 2 out of 3 months, you will get a once-off bonus of $250 paid once for reaching that rank. Now, if you do that in 30 days, that $250 becomes $300 and it's part of your rapid pro bonus, okay? But let's just say you miss the 30 days and you have your 2, but you can't get your 3rd person. It's okay. You'll still get 250 instead of 300. It's just going to need to be proven that you can stay and maintain that rank of pro for 2 out of 3 months. So you may as well get it done in the first 30 days. And then you've got all that beautiful money in your back office that you can order product with, you can put into your bank account, you can let sit there, you can do what you like with it. Now, if I didn't mention before, if you can achieve this in 30 days, you're looking at receiving somewhere in the vicinity of $700 to $1,000 in bonuses in your first 30 days. Now, if you've bought a kit 1,000, you've invested $1,000. You're going to get that back. If you've bought a kit 500, you've invested 550 odd $. So you're well and truly in front. So the benefits to getting a kit 500 is between you and 3 of your distributors at 500 points of volume each kit, you've reached that 2,000 target. If everybody comes in with a kit 250, you actually need about 8 people instead of 4 to achieve that 2,000 target. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? Which is really the reason that we promote the 500 kit, as well as getting the product, and the shipping is really, a lot lower, you get more product. But it takes a whole lot less people to reach your pro and get all those beautiful bonuses at the beginning. Okay, so.
Just quickly, we will cover the questions at the end. So
yep, sure thing. Okay. And just mute if you haven't already. Okay, so is this kind of okay? Is everybody tracking along with what I'm explaining so far? Good. I'm getting a couple of nods. That's nice. Great. Good. So what you notice here with Pro is you're getting all these great bonuses, and it kind of stops here. There's a little bit of a residual income, which is great. It won't be a whole lot on 2,000 points of volume. It might be $5, $10. I'm not sure exactly, but it's not a whole lot. But these other bonuses are really not available to you if you're at the pro level, which is why we have this incredible incentive to start ranking up. Okay, now I'm going to explain to you how easy it is to rank up if we use the same system of duplication that everybody aims to get to the level of pro with their own 3 distributors. And if you think about this, when you enroll somebody and they're incentivized to reach the level of pro entrepreneur in 30 days, your 1 person that you've enrolled turns into 4 people. And for each of those people, their 1 person turns into 4. So this is the power of duplication and the way the volume starts to really exponentially grow in an organization. And we're all here to help each other. Nobody's really earning off the backs of anybody else without doing the work and helping and supporting. Nobody can actually really get ahead in this business, which is probably why I love it, actually, this type of industry and this type of model. Okay, so let's just move to the next rank, and then you'll start to really get the picture, and then we can run through the rest quite quickly. So once we've hit pro and we've hit that for 2 out of 3 months and we're getting this beautiful one-off bonus, fantastic. What's next? Let's aim for senior. Now, I demonstrated earlier that Denise is quite close to senior. She's done a lot of work with no product. She got her kit 2 days ago, I think, and she's it's all gone. So she's promised it well before she had it, and now it's all gone. So senior entrepreneur means that you have a total of 5,000 group volume. Okay. How do you achieve that? You help your 3 entrepreneurs that you've enrolled with a kit achieve the level of pro. How beautiful. So then they get all their incredible bonuses up front. They've well and truly covered the cost of their kit. They've got a whole bunch of money left over to do whatever they like with. And we're talking hundreds of US dollars in bonuses left over. So they're well ahead and they've got thousands of dollars worth of product to share, to sell, to give away. It's the best thing you could do is to help your brand new person who's just got a kit enroll 3 people, because the incentive for them is that it's a win-win and they can really start to run the business, but they have access to the product and they're not out of pocket. So simply, if you help your 3 achieve pro, it's 6,000 points in volume. So 2,000 by 2,000 and 2,000 is 6,000. You've automatically reached the level of senior. You didn't have to do anything except help your 3 people achieve pro. Now, if these 3 people are your friends and family, you might help them put some other people in. You know, you might actually gift some of your enrollees to your people. I've done that plenty of times. I don't necessarily need to have these bonuses up front. I'd actually rather help my people achieve what they need to get out of this business, because I know that automatically I'll get what I need from doing that. So at the level of senior, what you can see is, yep, you get all your retail commissions, you're getting your kit commissions, you're getting your triple bonus. Of course, you're eligible for all of that. And then what you do is you can see that you get this incredible $500 US rank up bonus. So once you've achieved the level of senior, let's say you started at pro, you got your 250 or your 300 rapid pro bonus. When you qualify at senior for 2 months, you get another $500 US bonus. The most exciting thing about reaching the level of senior, which is really not that difficult, and I guarantee most of you who come into the business with the idea and the objective of reaching pro in your first 30 days can actually hit senior, can shoot past pro and hit senior and help your 3 get pro, is that you get 1 share of 10% of all global kit sales in the whole company worldwide. You get 1 share in that at this level, and that's paid to you on the 15th of the month. Now, depending on what the share value is, it depends on how many seniors there are, how much the global sales are, and what that has to be divided by. But you really want to start to aim for that, because that's when you start to see, you know, the income really starting to show up. And of course, you get your residual. Again, it's not a whole lot, but you know, it's nice when this starts to really grow. This residual income here, these very small percentages of lots of volume, add up and make a huge difference to your organization. Still not entitled to some of these other lifestyle bonuses, leadership bonuses, and diamond pool, but that's okay. We'll get there. So what's next? After senior, master. Okay. I've hit this in about the first 10 days of the month, and moving towards premier. This is my objective and my goal for this month. And I've been in this business for 31 days today. Okay, so yeah, I'm working hard, but I'm working hard to help build systems so that everybody else can just plug in and just duplicate. So for master, how do we get that? How do we achieve this position? We help 2 of our pros get to senior, which means they've helped their people get to pro, and we might help the other one stay at pro or get a new pro or help somebody else get to pro. As long as we can accumulate 12,000, it has to be actually 10,000, but in this example, it's 12,000 group volume. And we've automatically reached this level of master. All the same entitlements, except now we're getting $1,000 US check. We get 2 shares in 10% of all global kit sales in that month. Okay, so you imagine how many distributors are coming on board, buying a kit, how much those sales are worth, and what those shares might equal. You're getting now a lifestyle bonus. You're entitled to a lifestyle bonus. So this master level is a great one to aim for. This is paid every month to you, and it's a sort of a separate check, commission check that you can put aside. So $250 is probably close to maybe 400, 380. I'm not sure exactly the figures, but in New Zealand dollars, it's a lot. So this starts to become a monthly, check that you can rely on, and your percentage in the residual volume becomes a little bit more. So super exciting. Now moving from master to premier, 25,000. It sounds like a lot. However, if you help the same two people that you helped get to senior get to master the next month, and the way they do that is by helping their people get to senior, and those seniors help their people get to pro, and those pros just enroll 3 people, then you've achieved this. It's actually very, very simple. It's such a duplicatable system. All the same entitlements. Now your rank advancement bonus jumps up to $2,500 in that month. You get 4 shares of the company sales. You get a $500 every month lifestyle bonus check, US dollars. Now you're getting an extra residual income. This is a bit more complex to explain, so I'm not going to even try. But just know that as this starts to increase, this is really where your money lies long term. And now you're getting a leadership generational bonus, which is really, it's helping you to reward you for helping your team members rank up. That's what it is. So you get rewarded on that. Still not eligible for the diamond pool because you're not a diamond yet, but you can see how this works. Same thing for elite. You basically just double that. You're helping your to achieve premier. So if you can help your guys get to the rank that you've just achieved, then you're on your way to the rank above. And that's what it is. It's helping and supporting everybody get to a level that makes them super excited. And obviously diamond is the big one that we're aiming for. There's double diamond, there's all kinds of other things beyond this, but let's not worry about that. 100,000 points in volume sounds like a lot. That's a lot of kit sales. It's actually only 100 people buying a kit 1,000 throughout Australia and New Zealand. It's not a lot when you really think about it. And this is what we're aiming to do. And then when we can reach this, the company will take notice and start to, think about putting an infrastructure in, and so we can have our own distribution and cut down on shipping, etc. So we're driving really fast towards this, and we want to bring people with us. So Serge is going to qualify you all at the end of this Zoom and see who's coming and who's not. Okay, so to achieve this rank of diamond, you help your 2 favorite distributors achieve premier, and maybe there's one that's a little bit lagging behind at elite, but that's okay. You've achieved 100,000 in volume. All of this is here. You get a 10,000 US dollar bonus check, which is pretty incredible. Who doesn't want that? You get 10 shares in 10% of all global kit sales in that month worldwide. So the beauty of Vidafy, I've seen a few company structures before. This one stands out for me because it actually invites you to participate in a kind of a global share pool. So everybody really has to work together. It's not just about you and your little team and getting ahead yourself. It's like we want the whole company to do really, really well, because we start to partake in shares in the company and all of their sales. So we want that. So you get 10 shares. You get it every single month, 2,000 US dollar extra lifestyle bonus that can cover the cost of your mortgage. It could be for your kids, private school fees. It could be for whatever you want to earmark that for. For us, it's going to be family holidays, because I have family in Australia, family in New Zealand, and I want to be able to get together all the time and make sure that we can fund that. Obviously, you get more of your residuals. Now you're getting 3% for helping your leaders in your organization achieve those ranks, because you've worked really hard with them. Actually, it's not really hard, it's quite fun, I have to say. But you're really rewarded for that. And here is the kicker. You get 1 share in the global diamond pool. So diamonds in Vidafy, who actually help turn over this kind of volume for the company through their passion, through their sharing, through their hard work and effort. reward them very, very generously. So 1% of all global sales in that month is allocated to all the diamond distributors in the Vidafy company. It doesn't matter which country they're in. 1% of all global sales, and you have one share in that volume. Now, I don't know what that check's going to be like, but I guarantee I'm going to show you when I get there in 2 months. I'm kidding. Maybe, who
Actually,
knows?
not kidding.
Maybe by mid-year. We originally had a goal of September, but I don't know. This is actually just kind of going crazy. So it'll be pretty exciting if we achieve that by mid-year or anything close to. I'm not phased. I'm not fussed. I think the vision that we have for the business is to have as much product as we need to get it out to as many people as possible and create opportunities whereby we can do things like a pay it forward pool. We can have the ability to, I don't know, be creative as a team and think about what is our mission? What do we really want? We're all heart-centered people. We seem to all be sort of on the same page about it. So we can dream big together. So I'm going to just stop that share.
Oh, no, you're sorry.
I've got questions. Sorry, I'm just stopping that share. And I think that was all I really wanted to discuss. There's a whole back office that we don't really need to go through for this session. I think the main idea was to get the kind of the vision across about how this is possible and how it's achievable in such a simple way, which is focusing on the pro rank, 3 distributors with kits at 2,000 volume, and everybody's incentivized. What I will do, just really quickly, is I'm going to show you quickly the back office again, because I want to show you where you can see all of this. Here, when you open your back office, you can see, what does personal volume mean? What does personal qualifying volume mean? What does total group volume mean? Okay, so you can be educated. The company's done a great job. They've actually a year and a bit ago, there was nothing. There was no website. It was all in Spanish. All of the everything on the bottles was in Spanish. The brochures were in Spanish. And so when they brought this to the United States, of course they had to make this, I suppose, accessible and what's the right word? They had to really, I suppose, update it for the Americans and then the Europeans and the English, and now the Australians and New Zealanders.
Done an amazing job.
So just feel free to look through, and here's your Vidafy e-wallet. This is Denise's. She's pretty much cleaned it out. I think there was about $900 in there, and she's bought a lot of product from here, which is amazing. But what you can do over here is you can go into your business and you can see your whole organization as it's growing. You can see who's signing up and you can find out what they're buying. If I just make that a bit smaller, you can't see the names, which is probably a better idea. And you can start to see how these structures are forming. That, here's somebody who's achieved pro rank. This person here, when they get their 2 more, they'll have a little pro team going on, and this person needs 1 more here to get pro. So people are really, really close. So our focus is on helping those people just get to pro, and that adds to the whole volume of the entire organization. And ranking up is actually very easy at that point. Now, you can also just check over here in business. You can go pay history if you'd like to see exactly what your commissions are made up of. So you can see here, it's really cute. They give you a little kind of a check graphic to show you what you're being paid. And you can see weekly commissions here are made up of startup bonuses, $430 in startup bonuses. You've got a triple bonus, so that $120 for getting 3 people in who wanted to buy a kit. You've got a rapid pro bonus of $300, a little bit of a service charge here. And every week or every month, you can check your wallet. It'll be automatically added to your wallet. And then if you really want the breakdown of what you've earned, you can find it in here. So there's lots of really cool things over the side here to get you sort of familiarize yourself with in your own virtual back office. But it's such a fun system. We're on this all day, every day, checking it. Anytime somebody signs up, we get a little alert at the top, and then we can welcome them. And we've got a fantastic system where we make everybody feel included. We put up welcome posts in our group on Facebook, etc. So what I might do is just open it up for a couple of really quick questions, only relating to what we've just covered, if anybody wasn't clear about any of that. And then Serge will go for a few minutes about the exciting, what is it, 30-day rapid run.
3-day blitz. I mean, they came up with all sorts of names, but anyway, I'll cover it very quickly. But let's just have a look at the chat.
Does anybody have any quick questions? Feel free to unmute.
Can you, when somebody signs up, if you don't even know that they're signing up, they just put themselves in, can you change where they put themselves?
Oh, okay, great question. Excellent question. Now, in order to answer that, I'm going to go back to the share screen to show you the holding tank that you've got in your back office. So let me just come back to here. And what I will say is that nobody at this stage who doesn't know to put the US address in can't really sign up on their own, because they'll likely put their Kiwi address in, and then the company will be like, what do we do here? And then, you know, it's going to go the long way around. So please, if anybody's interested in signing up, help them through that. Talk to us. Figure out who your upline senior leader is, because generally somebody who's reached the level of senior has got their, you know, has reached the pro level, has helped to enroll 3 people, and has helped them get their 3. So they're starting to really get the feel, the lay of the land about how simple this is. But also for newbies, it can be a little bit overwhelming. So this is why we're always here to help and just kind of delegate to. So don't always reach out if you need that sort of help. Over here in your business, you've got an area here called Placement Suite. So let's just say you had a really good week and you enrolled 3 people in a week. When you click on Placement Suite, they're going to show up here in your Placement Suite, and you've got 72 hours to place them. Now, the beauty of this is, obviously when you're, and sorry about showing the names here, but I can't avoid that in this situation. The beauty of the Placement Suite is that once you have your 3, so when you enroll your first 3 distributors, they will automatically place under you in 3 separate lines, and that's what we want. Now, anyone else that you enroll will sit here in your placement tank, and you can move them and nominate anybody in your organization that you would like to put them with. Now, what that means is for that person that gets somebody placed beneath them, they're going to get the benefit of all the volume that this new distributor brings in and their team, etc. So it's a really great way of kind of strategically helping your team. So when we go off now and do our 30-day blitz and we each enroll 20 new distributors, we only really need 3 for ourselves. We'll still get all the kit commissions, we'll still get all the bonuses, etc. But, you know, we can strategically help our team to rank up in volume. So this is a beautiful system. I haven't really seen this in a lot of other organizations. If you happen to forget the place, your person will automatically land in your what you call your weakest line, or the line of volume that has the least amount of volume for that month, which is not a bad thing. It'll just kind of nominate the right spot. But, you know, if you do have a good run of signing people up, then please go and check your Placement Suite and just remember to nominate where you want them to go. So it's a lot of fun, actually. You can surprise your team members by saying, hey, we just put somebody under you, and that's really unexpected. And then they suddenly have a whole lot more volume than they had originally, and it might help them actually to achieve the next rank. So, for instance, in this case where Denise is 3,600 odd points, I think she was. Let's just check so for her next rank for senior, she's at 3,620. So she really only needs about 2 kit sales, maybe 2 500 kits, and then a 250, or 1,000 and 250. She doesn't need much at all. So it would be so possible for the next person that, say, I enroll, to place that person within Denise's little organization somewhere, to actually get her to senior. And I'll just give you a quick example of that. Last month, I'd only been in the organization for 2 months. Beck White, who some of you met the other day, came to the last day of the month, which for us was actually the first of the month because we're a little bit ahead of America. She called me up and she said, you know what, I'm so close to Premier. I need a few kits to get to Premier. And I was like, I pulled out all stops. We all did, the whole group, everybody just helped to, get a few people across the line. She incentivized people with free bottles of product. And there was a few people that said, yes, I'll join today, and that helped her rank up, and she achieved the rank of Premier in, like, it's just the way we all pulled together. It was so much fun. So just to let you know, everybody is always working together. Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay.
And they send they put in that Panorama, California address. Is that right? If they
Yep.
sign up.
Yes.
So just to add to that really
Yep.
quickly, there's a wonderful resource that Rebecca has put up in the Vita Wellness around the sign-up process. It's 12 steps from memory.
Oh, good.
Very simple to follow. So look
I'll
for
look
that in the
for that.
group. Yeah.
And I'll just quickly let you guys in on something. When I took on this role of sort of leadership, assumed leadership, this was what I was presented with, was the spreadsheet. I've got to show you all. So when you put when you guys go in and put the Reading address in, that's great. And then suddenly, within 2 weeks, you've got your product magically appearing on your doorstep, and you get excited. And so this is what it actually looks like behind the scenes. Is we have this incredible spreadsheet that's growing and growing and growing. So we, when you've ordered, we put the Reading address in, but then we come in here to this spreadsheet and we add everybody's name and what they've purchased in their actual real address. And when Stephen receives these parcels, I mean, this is a lot of work that's going into this, it's a lot of heart. And so he will find out what the shipping cost needs to be, and then he'll put the tracking number in, and then we pay through PayPal, and then we make sure that everything's just, going, and it's running smoothly. Like, it's hard to imagine that we could pull something like this off. But he's such a smooth character. He's very calm.
This is the nature of the leadership that we have access to, everybody, is that he's kind of done this before, so he knows what to do. He's created the systems before, so we kind of just plug into that. Admittedly, yes, it is a bit of work, but that's what you've got to do in the beginning, right? So especially in a pre-launch scenario, which is amazing.
Yep. Okay, so we've just got you've got a friend who's interested, wants to know what the pricing is like, and if they come in different sizes. Yeah, so in our Vita Wellness group, which is the one with the blue banner, there's a lot of wellness groups with Vidafy, but ours is our New Zealand Australian team. We've got all the kit prices. We've got that infographic in there, which looks like this. Let me just show you again. It's such a handy tool to be able to share screen and flick between things. But this we did, which we talk about on our Mondays. We just basically go through why it's such a miracle business, why it's a miracle product, what's the timing, etc. I'm just racing through, but you've got the kits here, which tell you what you get in each kit and how much the kit costs. So that's the cost, this is the value, these are the products that you get, and this is the commission on the kit for the referrer. So that's all available in our Vita Wellness group. Just go to the top and go to, I think it's buy and sell, or you'll find it. There's not a lot in there. We want to keep it uncluttered too, so that people can always find things. So that was the other thing I did want to share. So thanks for asking about the prices. Yeah, and I would recommend, should you try and get them to buy a kit? What you shouldn't try and get them to, you just invite them to buy one and say, look, if you're looking to have a few months worth of product to try, hi Cherry. I just saw you down there. And you want a few months of product to trial, then get a kit 250. If you want 6 months worth, that's a kit 250 if it's just for personal use. If you want 12 months of product for yourself, get a kit 500. You're getting it at half the price anyway that you would retail. It's helping you a lot because you'll get those commissions. If anyone after this session wants to stay back and just chat to me about structuring your business with your children and your family first, I'm so happy to do that. Very passionate about that as well. So you can maximize the compensation plan. You can basically triple up on your commission structure if you put family members at the top of your lines, or very close friends, or people that you kind of really want to help and support. So invite them to get a wholesale kit for sure. They're under no obligation to run a business, to go out and recruit anybody, or get uncomfortable with business if they buy a wholesale kit. It's the same process. They'll still get a website, they'll still get a back office, they'll still get access to wholesale prices, and they can choose when they start to share it whether they feel like that's a good thing that they're receiving a commission on a kit sale. And if they don't want to opt into the business side, they just don't have to purchase a monthly amount of 100 points of volume. So it's still a really great option. Otherwise, they can wait 6 months until we are able to service customers, or they can buy a single bottle or two from you at whatever price you want to sort of charge them. So it's pretty flexible. But as I said, at the moment, what we're really driving is to build the distributorship so that we can get the volume, justify the company opening, and that's going to serve us all in the long run as well. How do you get pro if you sign up 3 people, but they all choose a kit 250? You can't. So this is the tricky part. That won't give you 2,000. This is why we say we do recommend the kit 500 as a standard, because between you and 3 of your mates, that's 2,000 points of volume. If everyone gets a kit 250, and I understand a lot of people are really financially strapped, especially when you come at them with this incredible product and then they know they want it, but they weren't expecting this. So sometimes you might be able to, I don't know, depending on how close they are to you, go in halves with them for something and take some of the product because you're already needing that product. If everybody gets a kit 250 and you help them get a couple at 250s, then you can absolutely achieve that 2,000 points in volume. It might just take either a little bit longer or may require a bit more motivation and passion and a couple of other, extra people. And it's usually, honestly, in our experience, it's usually a mix. It's usually like one person will get a kit 1,000, one will get a 500, and one will get a 250. As long as you've got your 500, then it's done. So it's about budgeting. However, knowing that as soon as you do get those enrollments, you're getting all those bonuses back. So you might be out of pocket just for your initial outlay, but within a week to 2 weeks, or however long it takes you to get your 3 distributors, you have all of that money back, which helps to recoup whatever you've outlaid. You've got all the product, and then you've got the extra. So it's a great system. Yeah.
I was just looking at Rebecca. You're a bit lost.
Okay.
We can understand that. I mean, again, this has been recorded, so you can, go back to it. I definitely would recommend it. There's plenty of people, believe it or not, especially even the high ranks, that still don't understand what the compensation plan is really all about. If there's anything I can reiterate that Rebecca has said time and time again, it's just looking to duplicate the pro rank, which is you and 3 people.
Yeah, exactly. And sorry.
But just go come back to the video.
Thanks, Louise.
And see the resources that we've put on the Vita Wellness group, and anything, just pop a question in there and we're happy to help.
Yep. Yeah, 90 days to place people was what it was. Now it's moving to 72 hours. So I don't know when they're actually going to reinforce that, but it's long enough because you get excited as soon as you've enrolled somebody. You want to jump in your back office and see them on your tree, and then you can kind of go and place them if you want to strategically. So it's not likely that you'll forget that you've got somebody in there. And I think they can't keep doing the 90 days thing, just to answer you, Deborah, because it will affect the group volume in the different leagues when you're getting payments every month. And if it goes on too long, then and then you start switching people around, it's going to muck up your payment structure. So I think I'm not sure. They might have switched the plan around somehow to justify this. And I love this from Wendy. You've said, personally, how do we go about getting people to buy kits? I'm not a pushy person, but keen for people to have greater health. Yeah, we are too. And I think you just share the product, and then you say, and here are the options for how you can get it right now. And if this doesn't suit you right now, just wait a few months until we're launched, and then I'll come back to you if they feel that those options aren't workable. But don't let it stop you sharing. And you'll have a kit yourself. You're welcome to give product away for free if that's what you feel. If that really suits your value system, just share product for free, and then know that some product you'll charge for, some you might give away, and then when you get some commissions, you might decide to use that to pay it forward. Lots of creative ways to go about a heart-centered business. What if you enroll your husband in order to get pro, but he doesn't want to? So what if you enroll your husband in order to get pro, but he doesn't want to sell? That's very likely scenario. Except in my case, because I'm forcing this guy to do it. So no, he's on board. But yeah, it's okay. You know, you can still keep running the business and just put some people in there beneath him for him. And he won't even know until he opens, you know, his bank account and you've transferred all the money either to him, or you can do a sneaky and enroll him and then know the password and put his e-wallet money into your own bank account. So there's lots of ways around that, around resistant hubbies. Okay, I think that's probably all the questions we've got. So just going to fill you in very, very quickly on this exciting new 30-day blitz that we're all taking part in. Okay, and we will stop the recording because this is only for the month of April and May. So thanks all for coming. Just stay there for just 1 sec.